Hey, we finally made it. That chill in the air that Josh Green was talking about, all I could think about here in that forecast was it is most certainly time for basketball season, which of course means it's time for season number 2 Full Court Friday. Ryan Kelly, Dominic, Miranda. Dom, great time of the year.
Man, it's fun. Football was a blast, but I think you and I are both ready for a bit of a shake-up, get on the hardwood, and man, a lot of these teams 14, 15, even 16 games into the season, so we're catching them right in the groove of things, and man, we have a good show for them.
Now, if it's just your first time watching us both on the air or on YouTube, let's talk a little bit about what this show is. It's just like Football Friday Night. You're going to have the highlights of some of your best favorite teams, but a little looser, a little more set back. Plus, we've got a chance to free up and do a little more interesting things. But just like any other show, we start with the game of the night, right? And so we start with a really good game of the night. How about this right out of the gate? Woo! IMG, the blue team, that's the A team if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it sure looks like it.
Yeah, the Seminoles. Yeah. What does the B team at IMG look like, right? And the Seminoles of Florida High. Now, IMG is 10-4 on the year, but they've had some pretty tough losses along the way. Florida High's lone loss to the McClain Marauders, who did not play tonight, but we will get to them soon enough on Full Court Friday because they look really stinking good.
Winners of 9 straight, D1 talent all over the court in this one tonight, and what do you say we take them there, Ryan Kelly? Charlie Ward and the gang looking to defend their state title from a year ago. First half action, who else? Anthony Robinson, you know the name, knifes his way in, up and in, smooth as silk, ball in his hands. Watch this.
M-I-Z-Z-O-U, Robinson,
come on!
Run out, slam, ferocious at the 10. Back and forth we go with Bob, Albertson, Jim.
This was certainly a heavyweight fight in the early going, but stop me if you heard this before. Anthony Robinson making it look easy. Florida High went into the locker room, a 2-point lead at the half, but second half belonged to them.
Yeah, Knowles pulling away here. Trade card, bully ball, off the glass, good. The Knowles were up as much as 11 in this game.
That's right, but it got a little hairy at the end, but go to your finisher, M-I-Z-Z-O-U. As Ryan Kelly said, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And the foul. Anthony Robinson, game high, 28 points. The Knowles make a statement, 10th straight win. This IMG team, this was a high-level basketball game, Ryan Kelly. Great win for Florida High. Now 14-1 on the year, 57-52. The Knowles get it done.
Yeah, they improved to 14-1 on the year, their 10th straight game. They've got Godby on the 10th. Going to be interesting to see how that shakes up. Speaking of Godby, how's this for an undercard? You know you've got a great game of the night when Rickards, Godby, maybe the most important rivalry in the Big Bend, is number 2. And yeah, of course, the crowd's always there in Tharp Street. Ezreal Yant going to get the steal, number 10 with the handles and the bucket. Only fitting that the guy wearing number 10 opens it up for the Cougs. A little more on that later. But here come the Raiders. First shot not going to go. Rickards gets the board. Miles Smith going to get this in the corner. He's all alone. Splash. It's pure. Raiders some early firepower in this one. But he'd get it done inside as well. Off the turnover, the hoop, the harm, the friendly roll, and yeah, my man's muscling up on there. Cougars in need of an answer. They would get one. Malachi Owens driving inside. Real tough hook shot through 2 defenders. But it is the Raiders who pull through in this one. 47-43, your final score. They're going to do it again on the south side 3 weeks from tonight.
A dogfight right there. Here we go. Chiles taking on JP2 in a crosstown showdown. First half action here. Really good ball movement by the Panthers. Mikhail Whitehead, corner 3. Give it hot sauce. Money from distance. Punch and counter punch in the early going to this one. Chiles' turn. Kellen Quiggins. Dribble handoff. Jake Easterling takes it 1 dribble. Mid-range Jay. Lost start. Smooth as silk. Nothing but net. A little bit later, more T-Wolves. Ball bouncing around. Up for grabs. What's going on? Isaiah Bundridge. High arching 3. No good. Mr. Clean. Cleaning up the boards. Dominic Wilson up and good. Us Doms, we got to stick together. So I put you in here. Great play. JP2, though, too tough in transition. On the run out here. Terrell Copeland off the Caden King. What vision. Carlton Knight. King tonight. Am I watching Game of Thrones? Knight buries it. JP2 off and running. They'd run their way to their 9th victory of the season. Tonight, Panthers down the Timberwolves at home, 64-51.
All right, let's head on east, shall we? Pat Kennedy of the Jefferson County Tigers, his first season. Yeah. 4-8.
That's fun.
Hoping to build off that. The Wakulla Christian Saints in town. Of course, Wakulla Christian, one of those teams we don't get to do on Football Friday night. But Haven Francis says, yeah, I'm happy to play the Saints because I'm happy to drive the baseline and lay it in. But Jace Estes on the other end, picking pockets all the way to the rack. Thought he was going to dunk it there for a second.
2 fake outs.
Yeah, 35-18 your score there. Tigers still attacking the basket. Rico Murray there to clean it on up. Jefferson starting to get this offense going. And now the Saints turn to turn it over. It's Schuler with the easy layup on the other end. Jefferson holds serve at home. Jeffco, your victors tonight. Take a look at your final score, 69-37.
The Fighting Pat Kennedys get it done. All right, so Aucilla now to the ladies, where 0-0 on your screen. Sammy Drawdy, is just 25 points away from joining the 1,000-point club. Let's get her two nice and easy. Fast break, off a rebound, off glass. Good, easy deuce for the guard. Visitors from Ocala, Christian, came to play too. Here's a steal and a layup. The Crusaders trying to hang around. Okay, now Warriors, though, back on offense. Nice inside from Lachlan Fagel to Drawdy. Up and in, plus the foul, inching ever so close to that 1K, but the offense didn't just run through Drawdy. No! A nice corner three from Madison Rudd, and it's pure. But here comes another breakaway from Drawdy. A layup would do it, and it does! Congrats to the senior joining the 1,000-point club. That is an awesome accomplishment. Many congratulations. She does so. Warriors cruise to 11-3 on the year. 51-40, your final.
Standing ovation. How about that? All right, let's stick with the ladies. Back in Tallahassee, Lincoln hosting Providence out of Jacksonville. Shania Waller going to activate point goddess as she finds Jemiah Brown, who finishes the style. Beautiful roll off the hand layup. Lady Trojans up early. Second quarter, Waller and Brown connecting, getting it done again. Three from deep. I'll steal a Don Miranda line. Hot sauce. But the Stallions not going away. Lily Beth Novak doing some damage now. A little bully ball inside. Stallions by one. Trojans trying to get something, but Janae Jordan steals the ball, going the other way, off the rim, and one. Stallions find their groove in the second quarter. Lincoln falls to the Stallions from Jacksonville tonight. Take a look at your final score in this one, 48-33. All right, let's take a look at the scoreboard of some of the games that we weren't able to get to. If you're in South Georgia, you may have noticed something. We didn't get to any Georgia schools tonight, and that's mostly because most of them were on the road, but a couple that were in our area that we couldn't get to. Bainbridge over Westover, 54-50 tonight. Clinch takes down their rivals from Irwin, 69-60. Thomasville on the road, but the Dogs fall to Monroe, 54-48.
Hey, how about Madison County getting the win over NFC, too, 59-54.
They were down 10 pretty late in that game, too, by the way.
That's big time from the boys. Good stuff. Crossroad edging out Leon. That's closer than I think we were expecting. Good stuff. High scoring, too. It's fun. It's fun to get the basketball, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And the girls of Rickards take care of the girls from Godby, 67-20. That was the matinee to the boys game tonight. Hey, when we come back, we got a full court feature, Dom.
Hey, that's right. Thomas University, remember the name, the pride of the Rose City. Man, are they hot. You won't want to miss the story behind the success. Coming up after this.
Yeah, but before we go to break, it was a tough night, but a proud night at Godby High as they hosted their rivals from Rickards. Before the boys game, the Cougars retired the number 10 of 80s great and longtime NBA official Tony Brown, who recently passed away after a battle with cancer. Brown was a part of the 1984 state runner-up team and as an official called All-Star Games, NBA Finals, WNBA All-Star Games, and by the way, had the whistle with many of the greatest: Jordan, LeBron, Barkley, Curry, Kobe, and that's just to name a few. Brown's widow and two of his daughters were presented with a plaque commemorating his number 10, which will no longer be worn after this season. Like I said, a tough night, but of course a great night celebrating a great Godby Cougar. You know, when you think basketball powerhouses in our area, your first thought probably not the Thomas University Nighthawks, but you know what? They're A-okay with that.
Right, you are, Ryan Kelly. That won't stop them from proving you wrong. TU is off to its best start since 2014-2015, 12-2, 11 straight wins, and a perfect 6-0 start in the Sun Conference. Its best ever start in the league. I caught up with their first-year head coach, Colin Cotter, on what's behind the Nighthawks' success.
The pride of the Rose City, a moniker mostly reserved for the Bulldogs or Yellow Jackets. But this year, Thomas University Hoops has burst onto the scene. During the summer, the Nighthawks' former head coach took a high school job closer to home. In stepped 28-year-old Colin Cotter, and TU hasn't looked back since. The interim tag lifted, the early success raising eyebrows. The move has paid off. The buy-in from the players is clear.
They came in at the beginning of this year and they were a very competitive group. They hated to lose and they just really worked hard in everything they do. I think that's really jolted us so far. The other thing, you know, our 2 assistant coaches, Ron Fox and Charles Uba, have done an unbelievable job. There's a saying in college basketball, you're only as good as your assistants. They do an unreal job for us. And then our seniors, we're a very older team, very more mature team, and they've done a great job leading for us too.
Freedom, confidence, high basketball IQ, competitive spirit, togetherness, all evident when you watch this highlight reel TU team play. Cotter loves the success they've seen early, but knows more will come if the Nighthawks stay the course.
Sun Conference is an unreal conference. There's absolutely no easy games in this conference at all. So we have to keep it. We have to keep working hard. We just got to keep our head down and keep doing great in everything that we do. Whether it's we're lifting weights, whether it's we're doing individual workouts, or we're doing practices or stuff like that. We just got to keep remembering that, you know, we haven't really accomplished what we want to yet. It's just a start, and there's absolutely no chance for us to try to accomplish what we want to if we don't keep working hard and we don't keep grinding for what we want.
You know, Thomas has had their moments throughout the years, Dom, but upset of Southeastern, upset of a top 10 team. But like you heard Coach Cotter say, the Sun is an incredibly tough NAIA league. And the fact that they've been able to do this, really, really impressive. The fact that he's had that interim tag lifted off him at 28 years old, really impressive. Great story, Dom.
Yeah, evidence to what they've been able to do. I got a chance to watch him play just last night. Fun to watch. Get up to Thomasville and watch them because it's Dunk City, Lob City.
Speaking of watching, folks, there's a lot of college teams that you can be watching this weekend. That includes the Florida State women who are on the road taking on the Boston College Eagles. We got your college preview of that and everybody else coming up after this. You know, one thing we get to do here on Full Court Friday that we don't get to do on Football Friday night, we get to preview the college action for this weekend.
Yes, and a lot to look forward to if you are repping Garnet and Gold, rooting for the ladies.
Absolutely. Let's start with Florida State, shall we? Brooke Wyckoff's team, if you've watched the 11 o'clock for the last few nights, you know I'm going to keep beating the drum for the FSU women. 15-2, 5-0 in the ACC, the most best start in conference in over 15 seasons. Now, lowly Boston College is next up on Sunday, but you cannot overlook BC because next week is where we pick it up a notch. Back-to-back home games against the top 10 ranked NC State, as well as, of course, a perennially good Louisville team. That'll be a homecoming for Morgan Jones, who transferred there. Win those games, and that chip that's been on Florida State's shoulder may just become optional. By the way, those two could go a long way towards hosting come March.
Yeah, no question. Big time for FSU. All right, let's transition to the fellas. Listen, no question. They've had a rough go to start the year. 4-11 overall, 2-2 to start in the ACC conference. A hit-or-miss ACC conference. Struggling to string together some wins. Last time out for the Noles about a week ago, a 19-point loss to the Duke Blue Devils in Durham. They get a chance to bounce back, get it back in the win column. Tomorrow afternoon, they're going to host Georgia Tech at the Tuck, 1 p.m. Be there. Let's get a win.
Yeah, speaking of teams that are really hard to figure out, that Georgia Tech team, really, really tough.
I know it.
Monday was a tough one for the FAMU Rattlers. The men and the women got ran off the Lawson Center floor by Bethune-Cookman, but there is no rest for Coach Pillow or Coach McCullum's squads. They're on the road taking on another rival in Southern. The Jags men are off to a 2-0 start in SWAC play. The ladies 1-1 with an overtime loss at Prairie View, but they played on Wednesday, not Monday, so Lady Rattlers should be a little bit more well-rested than the home squad.
Yeah, no question about it. All right, also in action this weekend, BSU men and women hosting West Alabama at the Plex. Mike Helfer's men looking for 4 straight, while the Lady Blazers are looking for 12 in a row after an 0-2 start. Man, are they fun to watch, and what a stretch here for the ladies.
Absolutely. Deandra Shermer deserves so much credit for what her squad has been able to do. The injuries and the problems at the beginning of the season, all it took was 2 games for them to figure it out, and they are rolling through a really tough Gulf South.
After going to the Elite 8 last year, we're looking for more this year. How about it?
All right. Hey, one of the books. Congratulations, partner. Have a great night, y'all. It was always the Jags.